Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Talk About Sleep. Gotta always plug this guy. As we inch closer to 1,000 subscribers, a lucky viewer will get that at random, signed copy by yours truly. Gotta be in it to win it, though, so subscribe, please. We are inching closer to 1,000. Okay, as of this video, we're about 700, so I need your guys' support. Thank you for those who have subscribed and who are interacting with the channel. And as I always say, these videos are for education only. So last video we did was on Xyrem, Xyrem. This video is on its cousin or sibling, Xywav. I talked a little bit about it on the last video, but I want to mention it here on its own video because it's very important. So Xyrem, if you recall from the last video, it's essentially a date rape drug, right? And we use it for patients with narcolepsy, especially because what it does, it kind of puts the brain into such a deep sleep, 2 periods of that. Okay, so a person takes it at bedtime with liquid, they wake up 3 to 4 hours later, take it again, liquid, okay, and go back to sleep. And basically what they're getting, the person is getting is like 2 very deep sleep periods. So it's almost like they're getting more bang for the buck. Okay, you'll hear me say that again with this medication. And what happens is, it's not so much that the person is knocked out to the point where they can't wake up. That's a question I always get. But what it does, though, it kind of puts their brain into extra time spent in deep sleep. The idea is that they wake up more refreshed, okay, and they're less tired throughout the day. It's almost like, I heard the analogy, it's like a rubber band, right? You pull the rubber band back, the further stretch it back, the further it's going to go. It's kind of like with Xyrem and Xywav, is it puts the person into like this deep sleep, so that way when they wake up, the rubber band is kind of like snapping back, okay, so the person is more refreshed. Xywav, okay, Xywav, it's essentially the same medication as Xyrem, but there's much less sodium, 90% less sodium. So that's important because these medications, people are going to be on them long term, right? So if we can reduce that amount of sodium, we think it's better for the heart and blood pressure and stuff down the road. Okay, it's kind of like eating an extra bag of chips per day. Okay, that's what it translates to. So Xywav, it's approved for narcolepsy, but it's also approved for this other condition known as idiopathic hypersomnia. Okay, and you can check out my video on that. What this does in both cases, like I said, it gives more bang for the buck when the person takes it. With narcolepsy, we have patients take it at bedtime and they wake up a few hours later and take it again. With IH, or idiopathic hypersomnia, or Xywav is approved for both that 2 dosing, right, the 2 times dosing, so once at bedtime, once in the middle of the night, but it's also approved for once nightly. Okay, and that's important because narcolepsy patients, they have very disrupted sleep. So the fact they have to wake up in the middle of the night and take it again, believe it or not, is actually not that big of a deal. With IH patients, though, they are champion sleepers. So having them wake up in the middle of the night and take another dose, it can be very, very difficult for them, and I've seen that many times. So what we're allowed to do in that case is give it to them just at bedtime with the idea that can maybe carry over and give them benefit in the morning. What's nice about Xywav is it's really the only approved medication for idiopathic hypersomnia. So that's very helpful as far as having something to treat these patients. It only really got that designation a few months ago. So it's been nice to have patients to have this to offer patients as opposed to some of the other things that we've used in the past. Again, you can check out my video on idiopathic hypersomnia for more information on that. Yeah, so that's the video. I mean, I want to make both of this, Xyrem and Xywav, I want to make these videos so it's clear that, yes, they have that connotation of being the date rape drug, but in the doses that we give patients, it's really not going to happen. I mean, the danger is not going to happen. I can tell you a story from my own training. I remember when I was in residency, a guy came in to the ER and was in respiratory depression. He wasn't breathing anymore, right? Respiratory failure. The reason why is because he took the date rape drug, or was given the date rape drug, probably at 10 times or 100 times the doses that we use for medical purposes. So, that's the danger with medications like this. Again, does this happen at the doses that we use? No, but it has to be mentioned. So that's the story. That's Xywav. Okay, remember, if you're interested in Xyrem, that was the video before. If you have any questions, please just put them in the comment section down below. These medications tend to drum up a lot of questions, a lot of concerns. So they are safe, okay, and I prescribe them all the time. But if you have any questions or concerns, please drop them in the comment section. I will answer all of them. And until next time, sleep well.